Why do millions of people repeat positive affirmations every morning only to remain completely broke, exhausted, and trapped? Because they are trying to program a supercomputer using the wrong language. The Matrix sold you a diluted version of reality creation. They told you that if you just think about wealth and repeat empty words, your life will change. But here is the brutal truth they left out. Thought is not the activation code. Thought is merely the blueprint. It is a dead file. In 1944, an esoteric thinker named Neville Goddard published a dangerously powerful manuscript. It wasn't a thick, complicated manual. It was a short, sharp blade of truth called "Feeling is the Secret." Goddard exposed the ultimate glitch in the human operating system. He revealed that your subconscious mind, the quantum engine that actually bends physical reality, is completely deaf to your words. It does not understand logic. It does not understand your desperate pleas. It strictly understands one universal language, the language of feeling. If you look in the mirror and chant, "I am wealthy," but your chest is tight with the anxiety of debt, the system ignores the words entirely. It reads the anxiety. The feeling is the actual command. By feeling the fear, you are literally pressing the enter key on your own destruction. You cannot trick the system with words. You must override it. Welcome to the 4D override protocol. The greatest trap of the Matrix is the illusion of your current physical world. Right now, you look at your bank account, you look at your struggles, and you react to them. You feel the stress, you feel the lack. But Neville Goddard revealed a mind-bending truth. Your current physical reality is already dead. It is simply the delayed physical printout of the feelings you held in the past. It is an echo, and reacting emotionally to your current circumstances is like screaming at a printed piece of paper, hoping the text will change. By feeling the stress of today's problems, you are literally commanding the system to print more problems for tomorrow. It is an endless, closed loop of suffering. To shatter this loop, the elite use a protocol known as living in the end. They do not hope to be wealthy. Hoping is a fatal error. Hoping implies that you do not have it yet, which commands the subconscious to keep the wealth away from you. Instead, they force their internal state to match the exact frequency of the finished product. They ask a single, highly technical question. What would it physically feel like if my empire was already built? What would the absolute relief feel like? They capture that precise emotional frequency and wear it like a second skin. They walk, talk, and breathe from the state of the wish already fulfilled, completely ignoring the contradictory evidence of the physical world. When you hold the feeling of the end result, you create a paradox in the Matrix. Your subconscious mind cannot differentiate between a physical event and a profoundly felt internal state. It accepts the feeling as a present, undeniable fact. And because the physical world is bound by universal law to mirror the subconscious, the 3D reality is forced to collapse, re-render, and mold itself to match your new frequency. But how do you force this feeling when your physical reality is screaming at you? You execute the ultimate backdoor hack. The reason you find it so difficult to feel wealthy or feel successful during the day is because your conscious mind is awake. And your conscious mind acts as a ruthless, logical firewall. If you try to feel rich while looking at an empty bank account, the conscious firewall instantly blocks the signal. It says, "Look around you. This is a lie." But Neville Goddard revealed a massive vulnerability in this security system. Twice a day, this firewall completely shuts down. In the brief floating window just before you fall asleep, and the moment right before you fully wake up, your brain waves slow down. You enter what Goddard called the state akin to sleep. This is the Twilight Backdoor. In this drowsy, hypnotic state, the logical firewall is offline. The vault to your subconscious is left wide open. This is exactly when you must strike. As you lie in bed, do not let your mind drift to your anxieties or the problems of the day. That is how the masses program their own nightmares. Instead, construct a scene in your mind, a very short 5-second scene that implies your absolute success. It could be the physical sensation of shaking your business partner's hand after closing a massive deal. It could be the feeling of holding a specific check or walking into your new home. Do not watch it like a movie. Step inside it. Feel the texture of the handshake. Hear the exact words being spoken. Most importantly, capture the feeling of absolute relief. Then, loop it. Play this 5-second scene over and over in your mind, increasing the sensory details each time until the feeling becomes so real it completely overrides the physical room you are sleeping in. And here is the ultimate command. You must fall asleep while locked inside this feeling. When you carry this feeling of the wish fulfilled into sleep, you are doing something profound. You are directly uploading the finished code into the quantum engine of the universe. Once the subconscious mind accepts this uploaded feeling as truth, the operation is out of your hands. You do not need to figure out how it will happen. The subconscious does not argue or rationalize. It immediately begins orchestrating the physical events, the people, and the exact resources required to materialize that feeling in your 3D reality. You will wake up the next morning and the physical world may look exactly the same. But do not be fooled. The timeline has already shifted. The matrix is already re-rendering your reality to match the code you uploaded. You are no longer reacting to the echo of the past. You are the architect of the future. The system wants you anxious. It wants you focused on the physical illusion so it can feed off your reactions. But now you speak its source code. Feeling is the secret. The Twilight Backdoor is open. What reality will you upload tonight? We are continuously leaking the forbidden protocols the elite use to bend physical reality. If you are ready to stop reacting, stop drifting, and claim your admin access, subscribe to The Lost Chapter. Guard your vault. Guard your feelings.